And we have a huge game against Arsenal and Aston Villa today, and this is what the top six in the Premier League looks like going into that match day. The gap between the top spot and everyone else keeps on getting less and less. Arsenal sit top on 42 points, having won 4 of their last 5. Man City are the closest to catching Arsenal up at the moment. They sit 2 points behind the Gunners. Then thanks to Aston Villa's 11 straight wins in all competitions, 8 of those being in the Premier League, they're only 3 back from Arsenal. So the Villa are sat in 3rd place, and here is what head coach Unai Emery had to say ahead of today's game.
To speak about the title not makes sense for us. Now, in December, in 27 tomorrow. For me, not make sense. Of course, we are motivated, we are excited, but for the moment we are momentum, and for the match we are going to play tomorrow, and with 3 points difference between them and us. This is our motivation. But if we are thinking today 38, the life is passing. We are not enjoying.
Geoff, what makes Aston Villa so hard to come up against at the moment?
This guy here. This guy here. Tactical genius. Ollie, or Jolly Watkins, as he is, because he's 30 years old today. Happy birthday, Ollie. I hope you don't celebrate against Arsenal. Unai Emery, he's a chess master. He moves the pieces around. He's not afraid to make big decisions, pre-game, in-game. I just think he's getting the most out of a lot of players. You know, we said yesterday that the collective is far greater than the individual. I think they're a fabulous team to watch. And as an Arsenal fan, I'm really, really nervous about tonight because Villa aren't happy. 2 games away from home well, they played Chelsea on Saturday, didn't they? So it's a quick turnaround. And also they're playing Arsenal twice before they played Nottingham Forest. So it's a fixture congestion thing. It's a strange game. I think it's come at a really good time for Aston Villa. I think the timing is perfect for Aston Villa.
Why?
Because they're on a roll, as you said. They've equalled a club record. I think they are still living rent-free in Arsenal's heads after the last-minute winner, Buendia's fabulous winner. And it's a big game. It's a massive, massive game tonight. It's not going to decide anything, but they can go level with Arsenal tonight.
Yeah. How will Arsenal be going into this game feeling, though, Michael Lahoud, like you meant?
Michael Lahoud?
Why did I just say Michael Lahoud?
Pleased to meet you.
We're brothers.
Mr. Lahoud, how will Arsenal be feeling going into... Do you think they'll be feeling pressure? Look, if Villa win this, they go level with Arsenal.
I think Arsenal will be really up for this match because revenge will be on their minds. And you see the post-match reactions where Arsenal players, they were devastated. They were shell-shocked, right? When Emi Buendia hit the game winner, and I know you had your own reactions after that. But the big thing that I look at is all the pressure is on Mikel Arteta going into tonight's match. Unai Emery's had his number.
Yeah.
Aston Villa has won 3 of the last 5 meetings between the Gunners, and they've had a really good turn of form going to the Emirates. You think back to their last 2 trips to the Emirates, not beaten against the Gunners, and they have a hot striker in Ollie Watkins who loves to play against, this Arsenal side. But I look at Mikel Arteta and I think of this. If you were to get this win, it's more than 3 points. Sometimes a win in football is more than 3 points. It's a psychological win that you maybe jump the hurdles over a team that's been your bogey side in the last couple of seasons of the Premier League.
Well, Geoff, like you mentioned, there's nothing to be decided on this game, but it is still a huge matchup. So why don't we give our storylines to watch? And since I'm calling everyone by their full name, Nico Cantor, what's your storyline in today's game?
For me, it's how Arsenal are going to manage the game emotionally more than anything. The mentality aspect, that was kind of like the theme of yesterday and where Arsenal is. I think we're seeing a facet of Arsenal, especially in these last 3 games, where perhaps they're not convincing, but they're winning games. And that's always a good sign in a championship-seeking fight.
Yep.
If you're winning games that you're not playing well and you get over the line with the 3 points, that is great to see. Now, how does that pair up with the tactical management of Unai Emery, where he can change a game? We know that pound for pound, Arsenal has more quality in their squad than Aston Villa. But the reason why Aston Villa are so good, it's because of Unai Emery bringing everything together and getting the most out of their players. They're greater than the sum of their parts, clearly.
What do you make, Nico, though, of how often Aston Villa go behind? Because they often give up a goal.
So, especially in this run, it's been a lot of, last-minute goals to get wins, right? It almost like dire circumstances, they've managed to get it out. And that's why I think yesterday we were referring to, is this sustainable? I don't think they can keep this up forever.
Yeah.
So much so, like, to be in a title fight. Maybe they need to, like, be a little bit more convincing from start to finish and dominate more games and not have it come down to the wire, win a game in the 90th minute in so much succession.
Yeah, I don't think, and I know some people have differing opinions about whether he meant to do it against Chelsea. No manager means to go down in world football and claw back. And I've been part of teams where we find ourselves down and then we have this winning mentality, this winning formula. And the difference between this match and the reason why I think Arsenal fans will be a little bit nervous is Arsenal have a lot of bit nervous then. Arsenal have the better players on paper, absolutely. Aston Villa, in my opinion, has the better manager in Unai Emery. It's proven to be that when it comes to this matchup. And the big difference that I'm looking at in terms of storylines is the elite mentality. Aston Villa's mentality has become absolutely elite, and they can go toe-to-toe because of that with the Gunners, irregardless of some of the players that won't be there in this very matchup. And this combination here of Ollie Watkins and Morgan Rogers in the last meeting against Arsenal, I thought that they just showed some of the cracks in the pavement. Unfortunately for the Gunners, they were missing the best pairing in the Premier League. Now, these two coming back, that could be the great equalizer, Geoff.
If he starts, came off the bench the other day. The other massive question as well, who plays right back for Arsenal? I know, I just checked just now, Timber is in the squad. So if that frees Rice up, that's huge for Arsenal as well. I mean, hour and a half before the game tonight, that's when we'll really know what we're down to. Also, you mentioned Ollie Watkins, 6 in 12 against Arsenal. He's got their number.
And especially, probably the most devastating goal was in that final run of the season when Arsenal tied at the Etihad and they had to match City's record, or City had to match Arsenal's record for the rest of the season. It was like 8 games. And Aston Villa delivered a decisive blow. I think that was at Villa Park. Ollie Watkins scored that goal.
Yeah, and the little so-and-so is an Arsenal fan, so not much love for me. But I do love Ollie Watkins.
What's your storyline then, Geoff, going into today's match?
Well, as we all know, Hannah's brother is suspended for tonight. 5 yellow cards. That family questionable temperament has come back to haunt him. We know they've got it in their locker. We know what they're like as people. And you pay the price. That hot-headed thing, quite malicious.
Usually he says that about Latinos. I think. Matias Cash? Do you guys don't have any, like, South American?
We don't.
So, likely to be Bogarde at right back. So, when they're missing such a big player as Hannah's brother, you're left. It could be Trossard or it could be Martinelli. Trossard's tricky. Martinelli has got pace. But it'll be a big test for him. But equally, the right-back decisions depends if it is Justin Timber. If it's Rice, Villa will attack Rice. Arsenal 100% will target him tonight because they know in advance that Hannah's brother's not playing. So I think that could be a key area for them.
I love how you just call him Hannah's brother now.
Huh? Well, that's what his name is.
Yeah, okay.
He's a minor. He is a minor athlete in the UK. You're a television superstar, as you tell everybody.
No, I do not tell everybody that. Lahoud, looking at the projected 11s, where will this game be won? Looking at the 11s that we think could be put out tonight.
Yeah, you'd mentioned Declan Rice and whether he's going to play at right full back like he did against Brighton or in the midfield. We have him in the midfield, and that's going to be my biggest place to watch is the midfield matchup and the midfield battle. Boubacar Kamara not being there for Aston Villa means John McGinn, who usually plays out wide, Jadon Sancho, who I thought was excellent coming off the bench against Chelsea, had an impact against this very Arsenal side, actually contributed on the game-winning goal for Emi Buendia. We have him slotted there. But John McGinn and Onana, that's where I think this game for Aston Villa could be decided is Amadou Onana has leveled up this season. Against Arsenal, there were a couple plays, especially late on in the second half, Geoff, where his ability to read the game, step up, put pressure on Martin Odegaard. I'm looking at this matchup. If he can keep Martin Odegaard quiet, who likes to drop in here before getting in the final third, that could be a bonus for the Villains.
Were you surprised he was left out against Chelsea?
I was. I thought that was a strange move. And Unai Emery likes to rotate a bit, but you see
he likes
his
to
impact.
rotate a lot.
Yeah.
And he's been making mention of that rotation. It's almost like he puts out an 11, understanding that in a couple days he's going to put out another 11. And he's made allusions to that in the press conferences. It's a long season. He's unafraid to do that, and he's gotten results, which has actually permitted him to have his ideal 11 against Arsenal. Again, I love that midfield, by the way. I think one time you characterized this midfield with the word industry, and I think they have a lot of that, and they can match up with any midfield
also,
in the
Nico,
Premier.
him and him, there's not many better at slipping balls in. That little through the channel, they spot a pass, allowing Sancho or Rodgers to get between the fullback and the centre-back. Both of them are superb at playing that little slide in.
What bet should we be putting on today, Buckets? Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too, Miss Cash, Mr. Cantor, Mr. Shreeves, and Mr. Lahoud. It is a pleasure to be here as always, keeping it super formal like I normally do. I've got 2 bets for everyone here this afternoon, and I'm going to start by saying this. I do believe that Aston Villa's 11-match win streak will end this afternoon at Emirates. I don't, however, think it's going to be a blowout like the books think it's going to be. Right now, Arsenal's hovering around minus 260 on the money line. The books got Arsenal winning this one by multiple goals, and that just seems a little bit disrespectful for me. My favorite bet is going to be the Buckets classic of... No, she's not having this at all. Right, are we good? My biggest hater is also living right next to me. No, I'm on both teams to score here. It's plus 110. I don't think this should be plus odds. I know that Arsenal were this defensive juggernaut for the bulk of this season so far, but they've conceded in 5 of their last 6 home matches, and out of their 11 goals conceded all season long, 8 have come in the last 8 matches. Meanwhile, Aston Villa have now hit both teams to score in over 2.5 in all 6 of their matches they played in December so far, including, as we all know, beating Arsenal 2-1 in the reverse fixture. I absolutely love both teams to score, especially when we're getting plus odds for 2 teams as good as offensively as these 2 are. And for the second bet, I had to find a player that I think is going to make an impact. And when you're looking at the player lines currently, the books have 10 Arsenal players more likely to score than a single Aston Villa player. 10 names before Ollie Watkins, before Rodgers, before these big Aston Villa names. So I'm going with a super easy one here, guys. Rodgers to have a single shot on target. Not a goal, not an assist, just a single shot on target is, again, plus odds. Plus 110 for the guy with 15 shots on target this season, the guy that's leading the teams in goals, assists, dangerous attacks, successful dribbles, shots, everything. Him to have just 1 shot on target. I don't care if it goes in. For Jeff's sake, I hope it doesn't, but I've got to take that at plus 110 here. It's just too good a value to leave on the board.
Buckets, I'll add to your... I think that's a great bet, what you're saying there. Obviously, I hope it doesn't come true, but I read a piece with Morgan Rogers this morning. He was saying how Unai Emery has given him confidence. He said, I now want to score more goals. He said, that wasn't really a big part of my game, but now, and once you get the first couple, you go wanting more. So his mindset is to go out and to score. And obviously, you got to shoot. So, yeah, that sounds... unusually for you, that sounds like good advice.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. The kind words is always there, Jeff. I will throw this out there, maybe kind of an anti-Jeff bet now. Rodgers to score is almost plus 400 here. So if you really want to go against Arsenal, that might be a good look as well.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.